You remember this big, dumb, inefficient ALU? It's not really well designed and is kind of improvised, as evident by this duplicate instruction bus. And this is also kind of improvised, but that's irrelevant. Well, guess what? I made a better one. It has one instruction bus, one clock input, one in bus and one out bus. 3 flags, just like last time, and for the same things. Only the difference is this this carry flag is saying if the last edition was a carry, not if this one will be a carry. And so to detail how this one works now, I actually cut out the subtraction feature because it was redundant. You can do subtraction just with inversion and addition, and I can encode that in a ROM so that it can be a pseudo instruction or an abstracted instruction, and it will take slightly longer than addition, but it will be just fine. So turning this on, you can immediately see that it's displayed more intelligently. That's not part of the ALU, that's just how I've set up this display. But onto the ALU itself, going through the instructions, I'm just going to show you a list of the instructions right now. Feel free to pause the video and read. But essentially, it has all the capabilities of the last ALU, but it's faster, more concise, and just better in my opinion. So, the first thing I should probably demonstrate is generic input. You can insert numbers directly into the ALU's accumulator now without needing to wipe it and then add a number like you did last time. And this is much faster than doing it that way. There's also the second instruction is now the OR feature. What else? The second instruction. Oh, the third instruction is the AND feature, as you can see. And the third instruction is the XOR feature. And this fifth one here, that is invert. This one is a shift left, which is useless without something already inside. As you can see, that's acting as the doubler. There's a shift right, which is acting as the halfer. And finally, there's addition. I used an optimized adder this time, which is slightly faster than the last one, and which I am much more satisfied with. What else? Probably a good idea to demonstrate the wipe feature. The wipe feature is special because even though if the input has something put into it, it can still wipe the accumulator without needing to set this to 0 and then set the accumulator. And so that makes it partially more robust and partially more internally efficient because of how I set it up. This final instruction here, how am I going to... Oh yes. So it's the carry in instruction. So you set that, and then the next operation you do will have a carry in, or in the case of the shifters, it'll be a carry around. So it actually interacts with either the shifters or the addition. So adding carry in 1 to 1, you get 2. And you can see you need to reset the carry in every time you want to carry in, which even though in some implementations is kind of slow, it's also really underused, so it's not a big deal. What else is there about this? Oh yeah, I should demonstrate how subtraction works now. It's going to be fun. So, inputting a 7. Now I'm going to invert that. And so this is -7. And then after that, I, just for demonstration, I'm going to add 3 to this, which is actually subtracting 3. And then I'm going to invert again. And you can see the answer is 4, which is correct. And this whole operation is synonymous with subtraction too, so there's nothing different about it. And that's everything for the new, more advanced ALU, other than look at how compact it is. And I also didn't include the big tape reel in the second one because I feel like that should be a separate feature to make it much more modular and extensible and all of that. Secondarily, I have this here. This is going to be, or I'm pretty sure this is going to be the final revision of the register system that's going to be addressable. And so, this is, I'm pretty sure, twice as compact horizontally this way as the last setup, and 1 block more compact this way. And there's actually no price for that compaction. It's just that I cut out a lot of redundant features that were not helping. And so the way this is going to work is I'm going to have the inputs addressable by the decoder and the outputs addressable by using the decoder as an input to this thing, and then this is going to be an 8-bit transistor, which is just all these OR gates are attached to this single OR gate, inputting into them, and those go through here like an enable bus, and then this is going to go to the final abstracted output, and these are all going to be wired in from the final abstracted input. And then once this is all done, I'm pretty sure it should be about 5 blocks thick maximum, and still about 17 blocks long like this. And it's also 9 blocks tall, so it's going to be perfect for fitting into smaller machines. And technically, if you were to treat all of this as one giant register and use arbitrary precision arithmetic, let me do some quick calculations. What's 8 times 16 again? Well, oh yes, it's going to be a very big number. I'm not going to try bothering with doing a precise calculation on that right now. But I feel like I should get back to work on this to hurry up the production so that I can get something useful out of this and finally move on to the control system after all of this. Once the control system is done, I just need to do some configuring and everything should be ready for putting into the final processor. And then after I'm done building the processor, I'm going to need to construct some peripherals to work with it in order to make it more extensible, so like memory handlers for storing lots of information in deep memory. And those will probably be addressed serially so that you can have it be arbitrarily long. And if I have it be null space terminated, then that's the perfect standard for how to do that correctly. I'm not sure if I can explain any more at this time very accurately without showing a demonstration, so I'm going to save that for later. So that's all for now.